Hi there, welcome back to the Rare Book Views channel where I talk about how much I love books and rare books and unusually good books. I like to hear from people who are rare with their enthusiasm for books. All book people, please. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel or saying encouraging things or saying that they enjoy my collection. I love it when I get to share some of the books that I love with other people. I love hearing what people are collecting and what they're enjoying, so please tell me. And yes, I have a bug bite right here and it is driving me crazy. So I'm gonna go book shopping today and I'm very excited about it because I have a little bit of extra time and that means that I have this great luxury and have a reason because I'm gonna make a video. So thank you for that support too. I'm gonna go to a library charity bookstore and it is a great place for enjoying the hunt, and it is in a really cool community center, so I love supporting it because all of the proceeds go to the library and the library bookstore and some of the community projects that they run there. I think it's really cool people donate enough books that there's an entire sort of retail store situation, and it's a good reuse, recycle type endeavor, so I'm excited about that. I have a bunch of wish lists for people. I have the things I want, I have the things I'm collecting. It's October, so it's time to Christmas shop. I have some Christmas shopping to do, and I have some wish lists from people that I love this. If you need a personal book shopper, please tell me because I love to find something for someone. I have a friend who lives overseas and he would like some books in English and he gave me a bunch of parameters and some cash so I get to spend it for him. And then I think at this time I will probably ship them because he's not going to be around for a bit. So that's really cool because I get to do this. I really love to see how many books I can fit in a USPS flat rate box. I think that's great. So I'm doing that. I have a project with a friend of mine. Her son in elementary school, the teacher has been buying books for the classroom out of her own pocket and she's paying full price. So we're going to find her some gently used or like new condition books to contribute to the classroom, and I'm thrilled about that. Because our teachers, we should be nicer to them and we should certainly not expect them to buy books for our kids. So I'm going to do all of those things and then just see what treasures I can find. This place I don't often find a lot of books, but I find fun books and the people watching is fantastic. So let's go see what we can find. Wowzers. I had a fantastic trip and I think this is maybe the most books that I have purchased at this particular bookstore ever. So it was productive as well as super fun. So let's see. I got books for me. Always the best. I got The Island of Lost Maps. If you haven't read this book and you're a book person, I don't know what you're doing. Go right now, get it. And I had a copy of this and I'm not sure what happened to it. I made a book about books about books video, my favorite books about books, and I discovered I did not have this on hand, so here it is. I will put a link to that video in the notes so you can check it out if you like books about books. This is a good Halloween horror story. This is about someone who is stealing things from books and libraries. I think it would be a great movie. I'm really surprised I haven't made this into a movie. I think maybe I loaned my copy to someone and I found a hard copy and it is definitely like new and it was $4, which is a great bargain. I found this treasure. I did not even know, Ruth Ware, that there was another book I hadn't read. This is one of those authors that I discovered and found that I love a good suspense, and she is a pro. And she has many books, so I get to enjoy all of them, and I raced through them all, and I'm on the wait list at the library for her latest one, but I didn't know there was one I hadn't read. So great discovery. And then this is also a treasure. I was very lucky. I got to go to one of the Civil War battlefields, and this is a national park experience unlike the others that I've had. They're huge, and there are many sort of sites that you should stop at, and I was lucky to get to go with a guide and had transportation, so we got to go around to this battlefield, and I asked him what book should I read, and this is the one he recommended, and it was on my wish list, and it was $2, a huge bargain. I feel as if I've conjured this book up. Do you think that if I just thought hard enough about books I wanted to read, I would find them at a bargain price? Maybe that's what's happening. For my friend who loves a good adventure spy novel and asked me to shop on his behalf, I got Chasing Cezanne by Peter Mayle. I also weirdly love a good art theft story. I don't know why. I think art is fascinating. It's so valuable, but the value is confusing, and there's so many forgeries and thefts and intrigue. This is a very well told tale. It is fiction, and it's one of those, it's very vivid in a specific location, and the descriptions are really good. So I think that, and there's this whole art ring situation, so I think that my friend will like that one. I also got him The Lost City of Z by David Grann. I loved this book, and I saw the movie, and I will just say I loved this book. I think it's great as an adventure, especially for this sort of going into the jungle, which is something I've never done. I've never been on a hiking, camping situation. It just seems at this time of adventuring when it seems as like adventurers in England in this time period were sort of rock stars and have these societies, and there's some crazy plot twists in here, which is a true story. I loved this. This was $2. And then I also got him Istanbul Passage because he likes a spy story. This is by Joseph Kanon. I read this. It is a fun read, and it was $2. Oh my gosh, the bargains. And this was on a specific list for a friend of mine. She wanted a copy of this, maybe for a book club, maybe just for fun. And it is hardcover, and it was $3, and it is clearly brand new. So that is also a great one for the bargain. I did great on the project for the public school teacher. I got her, she apparently told my friend she really loves this series, the Who, What, Where were the seven wonders of the ancient world? Who was Anne Frank? Who was Roberto Clemente? Who was Jackie Kennedy? I got 11, and they were $1 each. These are $5 or $6 new, so I paid $11 rather than $60, which is great. And then I got some of the Ballpark Mysteries. I think if you are a younger person and you love sports, this is great to get you into reading. These seem to be very popular, and I got 3 of them. These were $1 each. These were also on the teacher's list. And then I think this is the same age and audience. Choose Your Own Adventures. I loved these as a kid. I know a lot of people in my generation that love these as a kid. These are actually hard to find. They reprinted them, and these were also $1 each, and I think they look brand new. This one has no number, so that's confusing. But this one is 35, so there were a bunch of these, which means 16 for the teacher pile at $16 total, which is, I mean, a steal. And then a couple books for me and a couple books for my friend. Nothing really in the collectible situation. Sometimes I buy things because they're rare or noteworthy or vintage to help afford my hobby, and I did not do that today, but I did find good reading material. It will be hard for me to resist these, but my current plan is I have a shelf of books that are to be read, and I'm reading that shelf first, and then I will organize the next shelf. It does help move things along. Sometimes things seem like a great idea when I buy them and then seem daunting to read. So far that's what I'm doing. How are you reading? Do you do this? Do you have a system? Do you just read whatever? Are you one of these people that I'm trying to reform from this? Buy a lot of books. Maybe 20 years from now I'll read that one. Let me know. Let me know if you had other suggestions for this great big-hearted teacher who's been buying books for her own classroom. I think these are great examples of some things that she asked for, things I know she's been buying for the classroom library, and some things that I'm filling in. If you have suggestions, I would love to hear them. Thank you for watching. Thank you again for all the support. If you're interested in the what did I buy when I went book shopping type videos, please let me know, and let me know what you're reading. Thank you again, and happy reading.